What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Kentucky Rebuild Dynasty with motivated Mark Stoops. My controller batteries are low. I think I'm going to make this a little bit of an extra long episode, as this might be the season finale. I have these last two regular season games against Vanderbilt and Louisville, and then we will have whatever the bowl game is. If it's like a college football playoff bid, then I guess this won't be the season finale. But if we're just doing these last two regular season games and then a bowl game, then I'll probably just make this the season finale. It'll just be extra long, and then the next episode we will start season 2. So this video could contain 3 games plus the off-season, like, transfer portal stuff. So buckle in, because it could be an extra long one today. Just like we do at every episode, we are going to go check a stats update. In 10 games played, Zach Calzada has a 61% completion rating, 2,168 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 17 picks, as I have thrown a ton of interceptions this year. Cutter Boley has played in 3 games. He's got 243 yards and a touchdown. Rushing-wise, we lost our star running back in the last game. Dante Dowdell broke his shoulder blade against FCS Southeast. So he will finish his season with 1,200 yards and 11 touchdowns. But man, averaging 120.5 yards per game, who knows what he would have ended up with if we played 3 more games with him. I mean, he could have had damn near a 2,000-yard season, so that's really unfortunate. And through these last few games, it's going to be kind of tough playing without him. But Seth McGowan and Jamarion Wilcox have both had pretty decent seasons as backup running backs. They're both averaging around the same amount of yards per game. Seth McGowan with 381 yards and 3 touchdowns, and then Wilcox with 259 yards and 4 touchdowns. So I believe in those two to carry the load, but it's just really unfortunate to lose Dante Dowdell, because there's been times this season where he's the only thing that's been able to do anything on offense. Receiving wise, Kendrick Law is our leading receiver with 702 yards and 6 touchdowns. Jamori Macklin has 528 yards and 7 touchdowns. Troy Stellato has come up with some big catches. He has 337 yards and 2 touchdowns. Our tight end, Elijah Brown, 216 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then Dante Dowdell had 208 receiving yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. I've been curious about this because Josh Caddis has only made, like, huge catches this year. He's got 197 yards on 11 catches. He's averaging 18 yards, and then we've kind of spread out the receiving, through a couple other guys. Defensively, Davarin Rayner and Alex Afari both have 91 tackles. Afari actually has more solo tackles. The interception leaders are Ty Bryant and Quaysheed Sky, and honestly, Quaysheed has been, like, low-key one of the most surprisingly good players on this defense all year. He's got 5 tackles for a loss, 3 interceptions. He returned a blocked field goal for a touchdown against Tennessee. Like, he has been huge for us this year. McKees Humphrey Grace has 16.5 sacks this year, as well as an interception. Josiah Hayes with 7.5 sacks. David Gusta with 6.5. Cameron Olds with 6 sacks. J.Q. Hardaway with 3. Tavion Gadsden with 2. Ty Bryant and Alex Afari both have a sack each. Jansen Dunn and Sam Green with half a sack apiece. Now, real quick here at the end of the season, I wanted to go kind of catch up with the rest of college football. The top 25 right now, we've got Penn State at number 1, Ohio State at number 2. Then you can see Miami, Georgia Tech, Texas, Texas Tech, USC, Illinois, UCLA, Duke, Oregon, Arizona State, Indiana, Rutgers. There we are at number 15. Auburn is at 16. Clemson, Notre Dame, BYU, Baylor, Georgia fell all the way to 21. They're 7-3 this year. Alabama's at 22. Iowa State, Boise State, and then Louisville rounds out the top 25 at number 25, and they just beat 17th ranked Clemson last week to get themselves back in the rankings. Checking out the Heisman Watch, it looks like Ohio State's Julian Sayin is the front runner right now. Oklahoma's John Mateer is pretty close behind him. This Hawaii receiver, Jackson Harris, he's only a 76 overall, but he's been on the Heisman Watch all year long. Then Jeremiah Smith and Jeremy Bernard are the other players on the Heisman Watch. And then a little bit of a recruiting update here as we go into the final stretch of the season. We've gotten a bunch of really solid 4 stars here and there, and a couple of 3 stars. We have 80 recruiting hours left. It looks like Kareem Power is about to make his decision here soon, so I'm going to go ahead and max him out real quick and make sure we can get over the finish line with him. And then now we're in a recruiting battle with Army for the 4-star quarterback Alejandro Madden, who I am going to change his name to be Matt Ponatoski, who is the real-life top 10 quarterback that we have coming into Kentucky in next year's class. I don't really know what else to do. Our playing style is pretty bad, but we have an A+ on playing time and an A- on pro potential, so I could do a hard sell, but honestly, I think I'm just going to stick with sending the house, and I just got to hope and pray that Army doesn't somehow steal Matt Ponatoski at the last second, because that would be very unfortunate. Couple more commits down here. We're in second place for Deontay Hacker. I've maxed out his stuff. There's really not anything else we can do. He's probably on his way to Nebraska. We're in first place for a couple of these guys. This 4-star running back Rico King finally has us number 1. And we're taking on Vanderbilt in this first game today, so let me see if I can't find us a fun uniform combo for this game. I'm thinking chrome helmet, white jersey, and then blue pants, maybe. I don't think I've worn that all year. It's kind of random, but it's fine. So this is a road game at Vanderbilt. And for some reason, Kentucky just has a weird issue with losing to Vanderbilt like every couple of years. Snap to Calzada. I'm going to try to hit Stellato on the slant, and we get the first down. McGowan, big-time pickup. He's going to be our primary back for the rest of the season. Big stiff arm there. And a nice run there. I mean, he's been really solid for us. I just don't know how he's going to be able to handle such an increased carry load. I just don't know if he's going to be as explosive as Dowdell was. I highly doubt it. I am under pressure, so I'm going to lob it up to Kendrick Law. He almost caught that. Oh, my God. Screen to McGowan, and they are all over it. So we actually lose a yard on the play. Here we are on 3rd and 10. We've converted every third down on this drive so far. I'm going to have to get out of the pocket. Stellato's wide open. Troy Stellato on the slant. He's going to take it to the house. So we get on board with a very nice play by Troy Stellato on the slant. It was wide open. I think that's his 3rd touchdown of the year. 3rd and 5. They're going to hand it off to Cedric Alexander. He's not going to get there. They're going to have to punt. The handoff to Seth McGowan. He's got a lot of room. We're going to juke to the inside. Now he's just in a foot race. Stiff arms him. Get off me. Seth McGowan, are you kidding? And the question of whether he could replace Dante Dowdell or not has been answered pretty quickly so far in this one. That was a hell of a run by McGowan. Wide open on the outside. Some great blocking. Juked the first guy out, and then we Derrick Henry stiff-armed the next dude into the dirt and then just took off. Wow. So this has been a really good drive for Vanderbilt as we're trying to stop them at the end of the first quarter. Cedric Alexander, good blocking, but Marquise Humphrey-Grace gets in there for the stop. And he's been one of our defensive MVPs this year. 3rd and 3 now. See if we can get the stop. We're going to try to get some. And it's a touchdown, wide open. It's 14-7 here in the first quarter. Seth McGowan with another carry to the outside and another big first down. He's been amazing so far. And I got to make sure that I am not letting him stay in the game too long. We're going to sub Wilcox in here and there. I'm going to try to treat them as 1A and 1B in this game. So far, McGowan has 99 rushing yards already. Play action. On the run. Whoa! Calzada got hit as he threw. Lofted it up, and it just landed right in Kendrick Law's hands. Play action again. I'm getting a little greedy here, I'm not going to lie. Too many throws, but this time we're going to get it to Elijah Brown, and he's going to get the first down. All right, let's run the ball here now. So here's honestly, if we can hold our blocks on this right side, we could have a very nice gain here. Unfortunately, we're not going to hold our blocks, and Wilcox will go down. Here we go. I think I might try to hit Stellato on this. I think that's a post route. I'm going to try it. Stellato. Oh, and it's almost intercepted. We're going to kick a field goal here with Jacob Kawe. And it's in. Oh, I thought I missed that for a second. 3rd and 8 for Diego Pavia and Vanderbilt. And so far, we've had some decent success against this team today. Cedric Alexander will get wrapped up by Alex Safari, and they're going to punt again. So it's still Wilcox. I might go 2 drives for McGowan and then 2 drives for Wilcox. And then check the other one back in. Wilcox with a huge run. Stellato with a little bit of room. He caught it. But it's not enough, and we're going to kick another field goal. And these are usually pretty hard to hit. Too close, yeah. Oh, goodness. So that's unfortunate. And McKee's Humphrey Grace with the sack, and then now Pavia is injured. And if Pavia is seriously injured and out for the rest of this game, you know, that's going to be pretty difficult for them to overcome. Alexander picks up the first down. And Pavia's already back in the game, so I guess he wasn't that hurt. Throw over the middle, wrapped up by Afari. 3rd and inches. Pavia is getting pressured. Down he goes. Huge loss as David Gusta gets to him. 3rd down. Calzada out of the pocket. A lob it to Elijah Brown. It's incomplete. We're going to punt it. And down he goes. So he was able to get the pass off, so they're going to attempt a field goal here. I'm going to just go ahead and call a timeout and ice him because icing the kicker has worked like 3 or 4 times this year. These close-up field goals have been tough to hit this year, but they knocked that one down. And one more carry for Jamarion Wilcox before I sub him out, and it's a big one. He has been so good for us. 3rd and 9. Here's the snap to Calzada. Caddis is open. He caught it, but he's going to get tackled, and we're actually going to lose a yard, so we'll have to punt it. We've got him in a 3rd and 15 situation here, as this game has kind of stagnated a little bit. Neither of us can really get anything going on offense. On 3rd and 15, they're going to do an RPO screen, and that goes nowhere. They're going to have to punt again. And there he's going to go up the middle. Cuts to the outside, another big pickup for Seth. And what a time he's having today in his first real. I'm going to drop this off to Stellato. It gets jumped. He picked it off. And Vandy's going to pick six it. And this place is going berserk. I don't even know what happened there, man. He was open on a curl route and just, I mean, that wasn't even a bad decision by me. He just jumped that thing. Like, by all intents and purposes, by the time I clicked the button, which was right here, I clicked the button. That was a good play. It just took a second to release it, and the dude just jumped the line and pick sixed it. So that's unfortunate. We're going to try a pass here, even though I threw a pick on the last one. I'm going to try to scramble. I'm just going to have to get rid of it as, man, he's not running fast at all. I can't get any speed going with Zach Calzada at all. 3rd and 5. I think I'm going to try to hit either Law or Macklin on the curl, whichever one's open. Neither one is open, so I'm going to check it down to McGowan, and it gets batted down by the same guy who pick-sixed us. 5.5 minutes left. We've got them on 3rd and 9. We need to stop here desperately. We're going to try to get some pressure. Gusta gets some pressure, and he's wide open. Wide open. So they convert on the 3rd down. And my controller died. And they snap it. I finally got some batteries in my controller. And, oh my goodness. Vanderbilt is in a position here to take the lead. 1st and goal. I'm going to sell out on a run because I'm sure that's what it is. Afari makes the hit. Alexander almost got in. And now Ty Bryant is shaken up on the play. It's 2nd and goal from like the 2-inch line, so I'm going to sell out on a run again. This time Alexander's going to get into the end zone, and Vanderbilt takes the lead. It's 3rd and 5. Calzada takes the snap. I got to get rid of it, and the pocket just completely collapsed. We're going to have to punt. We were able to stop them, but they're in somewhat of a field goal range. This is a really long one. I'm going to try to block this. And I don't block it, and he makes it. So that makes it a 2-possession game. A 2-possession game with 3 minutes to go. And, man, this whole game I just felt like I had it in the bag until the last few minutes. And it's just been bad. It's been really bad. 2nd and 16. Things are not looking good for us right now. Nobody's open, and I just threw another interception. This game is over. So we're going to fall to Vanderbilt on the road, 30-17. And we are just cursed against the Vanderbilt Commodores, man. At the end of this game, by the end of this game, let's check out the stats. Zach Calzada, 13 for 27, 116 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Rushing-wise, Seth McGowan replaced Dowdell in pretty good fashion with 142 yards and a touchdown, and then Wilcox also had 75 yards. So we had over 200 rushing yards between our 2 running backs, and we still weren't able to win. Troy Stellato with 58 yards and a touchdown. Kendrick Law had 31 yards, and we really had nothing else going passing-wise. Defensively, J.Q. Hardaway was our leading tackler. We had no interceptions and only 2 sacks, 1.5 for McKees Humphrey-Grace and half a sack for David Gusta. McKees Humphrey-Grace has set the single-season sacks record, which was previously held by Josh Allen. I think he had 17 in 2018. So McKees Humphrey-Grace has now broken the sack record at Kentucky. And unfortunately, it looks like he is going to probably transfer at the end of the year, too. So that's unfortunate. After the loss to Vanderbilt, we fall to 21, and I think even if we were to beat Louisville, we would probably be out of the running for the college football playoff. So Louisville's 18th, and we are 21st, so that's going to be a big top 25 matchup for the Governor's Cup. Quick overview on recruiting. Let's see if there's any updates. We're still in first place for Kareem Power. First place, and we're still in first place for Matt Ponatoski. It's said that he's going to commit forever now, and he still has not committed. I need him to commit now. We lost Deontay Hackert to Nebraska, which I honestly am not surprised by. Oklahoma looks like they're about to yoink Carl Parker, the 3-star middle linebacker, so let me try to max out his points real quick. Rico King, we fell behind. He was the 4-star running back. We had the lead, and then all of a sudden have fallen behind in his recruitment, and we can't schedule a visit because we don't have any weeks left. There's not really too much I can do here to convince Rico King to pick us. First place for Tripica, first place for Clinton, first place for Whitaker, first place for Boykins. We're still in second place for Desmond Skaggs. Tennessee has taken the lead on Andre Savage. First place for Anelli, first place for the other Savage. We're still in second place for this 4-star linebacker, and we are definitely getting Enrique Timms. So let's go ahead and take on the Louisville Cardinals here. Let's see what uniform combos we can do. All right, we'll go with the black jerseys for them. We'll go with the all black jerseys for them. We'll do all white, but I think I'm going to do the white chrome helmet as well. So here we go. It is Governor's Cup week. We are traveling to Louisville to take on the Dirty Birds. And their fans have been talking crazy all offseason. They've been talking crazy the whole season. So you know how this rivalry goes. We are ready to take them on. And we definitely don't want to end this promising season with a loss to Louisville. 3rd and 1, I'm going to try to take this with Seth McGowan. He's going to get lit up, and we're going to lose 2. The game wants me to punt, but I ain't no punk. I'm not punting on 4th and 2 against Louisville. We're going for it. And if I regret it, I regret it. Macklin is open on the crossing route and a quick first down. Side over here, we've got no blocking at all. Absolutely 0 blocking from my team. And we're going to go down for a loss. So here we are on a 3rd down situation. Fred Farrier is going to have that bench route to the sideline, and then we've got Brown on this crossing route. I'm going to have literally no blocking at all. There's nothing I can do about that. And we have got to watch out for these superstar running backs that Louisville has. That is where so much of this team's offensive value comes from. Cameron Olds is going to just fly through there and get the sack. And Isaac Brown with a ton of room breaks a tackle before he runs backwards. Ty Bryant with the big hit. That was a huge run for Isaac Brown. Another run for Brown. This time Davern Rayner's there to meet him. And J.Q. Hardaway comes screaming off the edge. I usered him the whole way. Oh, it's so fun to control J.Q. Hardaway on these corner blitzes. Just flew in there unblocked and took out Miller Moss. And we're going to get the ball back. It's not open, and I immediately, Jagger Burton got completely burned. And that's going to be another 3 and out. I'm going to try to get in there with McKees Grace. They're double teaming him. Miller Moss has all day. He's just going to lob it up. What in the world was that? That seemed like a prime interception opportunity, but it just falls to the ground. And Kendrick Law is open. He caught it. Great play. And nothing I can do. It's 4th and 6 now. We're going to try a 45-yard field goal. I got enough on it. We made the field goal, but I think there's a running into the kicker. So I'm going to probably accept that and get the first down. I can't believe he made that. He got hit and still made it. Oh, my good. Great block by Brown there. Might just try to get center field here. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have to get that to Macklin. And down at the 15-yard line, now I'm going to kick a 32-yard field goal, and this is honestly even harder from this hash mark over here. I might have gone too far left. No, we're good. All right, so we will get on the board. So I have no idea what just happened, but my game recording capture just completely stopped working in the middle of that last play. But Isaac Brown had a 33-yard touchdown run to take the lead. So I have no clue what happened. My Elgato just completely shut off during the play they score a touchdown. So that's just fantastic. And Elijah Brown is wide open. Big catch for Brown. No time to celebrate. Get that shit off my screen. We got to hurry up, buddy. And, oh, was there a timeout call? I'm so confused. Okay, I'm trying to hurry up. I don't know what just happened, but we're hurrying. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Macklin was wide open. I don't know why they just went inside, and I throw. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my Lord. Dude, sometimes this game actually makes me physically ill, dude. So Macklin was wide open over here. He was originally standing right here where this circle is. I changed, his original route was just like a little curl route right here. So obviously I wanted to take advantage of the fact that he's completely uncovered. So I audibled into a verticals play so that he would just go straight, and then he takes 3 steps inside for some reason. And even there, he's still open. I don't understand why he ran inside, but I throw the pick. Like, that's just not what I wanted to happen at all. I don't know if I should have hot routed or whatever. I honestly don't even know how to do that. But I just gave up a prime scoring opportunity and threw a pick. And that's just so frustrating. And then Isaac Brown is going to break off for a huge pickup. And just my luck, they'll get into they'll score one more time before halftime. So here we go. Let's see if we can't force them to miss on this one. And it's, oh my God, I was there. He just didn't block it. I was there. That was a great release off the edge. I just didn't get there in time, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, that'll take us to halftime, down 3-10. 2nd and 7. Just nickel and diming us, man. They're tearing us to shreds with these short yardage situations. Like, they're just literally just dropping it off and moving it at will. It's crazy. We are getting literally nothing. It's 3rd and inches. I'm going to sell out on a run here. I feel like they're going to give the ball to Brown up the middle, and they're not. So now they have guys wide open, and that's going to be very close to the end zone. Again, I'm going to sell out on a run here, and nobody was even in the vicinity. That's a touchdown. Snap to Calzada. Wilcox gets caught. I thought I was going to be able to outrun that guy, but I couldn't. Now it is 3rd and 3. I really, really, really do not want to have to kick a field goal here. I mean, I probably will because I need to take the points where I can get them. And then we have absolutely 0 run blocking, and we're going to have to kick a field goal. And then I missed it. I missed the field goal. So I have completely fallen apart as a player. Like, I can't play the game anymore. I'm completely useless. I can't even kick a 20-yard field goal. And, yeah, I don't know, man. We're definitely going to lose this game because I can't do shit. We're able to get a stop and get the ball back. My frustration is pretty high right now, I'm not going to lie. Playing on Heisman difficulty is just like, I know I'm making the mistakes, but okay, let me shut up. Jamori Macklin on the 4 verticals. Touchdown. That was absolutely massive. We needed that so badly. It's 3rd and 21. After a holding call on Louisville. 3rd and 21. If we can get a stop here, yes, we can. Cameron Olds comes off the edge and sacks Miller Moss. I have to say, if we don't get this first down, like we don't score a touchdown here, I'm okay with kicking a field goal because I think we might be able to get a stop. I'm out. I'm going to see if I can get this to Jamori Macklin. I did get it to him. 4th and 2, and the game wants me to go for it, and honestly, with my field goal kicking skills, that's probably a good idea. 4th and 2, no blocking. McGowan falls forward for the first down. They had a guy coming off of that edge over there, and I thought for sure I was dead to rights. I just juked inside and managed to get the first down. Handoff to McGowan. Once again, no blocking at all. Absolutely zero. And then this guy, he tackles me. He tells me I'm too little, and then he rocks the baby. That's disrespectful. Oh, my God, no! Oh, my Lord, bro. A red zone interception probably just ended our chances of winning this game, because knowing my luck, they will drive down the field and score on us. And I don't know what I was thinking there. And this is my problem. I make the worst throws ever. I throw it into coverage all the time. I'm completely awful. It's 3rd and 10. A stop here is absolutely paramount. We are completely out of this game if they score. No pressure, literally none at all, and then we finally get some, and he's got to throw it away. It was David Gusta that got there. So now we're going to have one more chance to tie this game up. They're going to punt it, and that's really – oh, he ran into me, so that'll be another couple of yards tacked on. So that'll move us forward 15 yards. We've got 2.5 minutes to drive down the field. I'm honestly – I don't really have much faith in myself with how bad I have been playing. If Jalen Farmer had made that block there, that's probably a touchdown, but the AI in this game is god-awful, so he literally just ran right past him, and the dude made the tackle on me. But that could have been a touchdown if the blocking AI in this game wasn't completely terrible. It's 3rd and 8. My offensive line has failed me time and time again in this game. Snap to Calzada. I've got Ferrier again, and Ferrier reaches out for the first down. Fred Ferrier has been fantastic today for us. These animations are a new addition, and I love it. It's so realistic. They never reach out like this for the first down. Like, if this was last year's game, he would have just gone down there. But there is an animation now where they reach out for the first down like that, and I love that. That is a phenomenal addition because that's what they would do in real life. So Fred Ferrier with another huge first down for us. Let's see if we can take advantage of it. If we have any blocking at all, we would. McGowan, I couldn't juke the safety out, but another decent run by Seth McGowan. The game wants me to throw really badly, but I don't think I'm quite in that headspace right now. I'm going to keep trying to chip away with Seth McGowan here. And some decent blocking for once, and we're going to get the first down. Over the top. Jamori Macklin catches it. Touchdown. Are you kidding? Macklin, in his last regular season game at Kentucky, has been phenomenal today. 8 catches, 164 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Jamori Macklin. And with this extra point here, we will tie the game up with a minute left. And big-time play by Quashid Scott. We haven't really called his name much today. 3rd and 10. We need this stop here. We have all 3 of our timeouts. And David Gusta, no, sorry, that is Tavion Gadsden with the sack. 35 seconds to go. Tavion Gadsden with the sack to back them up. 4th and 19, they're going to punt it. It's a terrible punt. Got it for Patterson, and we're going to move forward. There's 26 seconds to go here. I don't know why the game wants me to run RPOs and stuff here, but we're going to give this a try. Oh, my God! Oh, Lord, bro. I don't know what I was doing there, man. I'm not even going to lie to you. Now they have it at the 35. They are 100% hitting this game-winning field goal. And I only have myself to blame. I am the dumbest football player of all time. I'm the dumbest person ever, actually. I just have a bunch of rocks bouncing around in my head. That's it. I got nothing other than rocks up there, dude. It's bad. It's really bad. Now we get a couple of we're moving them back, actually. I don't know. Maybe we can get them out of field goal range. See if we can't get them out of field goal range. Isaac Brown has so much room. It's going to be down at the 37-yard line, so they're going to try to kick a field goal. They're going to call their own timeout to stop the clock. I'm going to call a timeout to ice them with 2 seconds left. Timeout is coming in, and now it's time. If they make this, the game's over. If they miss this, we're going to overtime. It's up. He missed it badly. So we are headed to overtime here in the Governor's Cup. Oh, my goodness. So I'm not completely out of it yet. 3rd and 5 here. Let's see what we can do. And they're just going to hand it off to Isaac Brown. He's going to get hit. It's 4th and 4 now. And they're going to try to kick the field goal. I kind of want to, I'm going to try to ice him. Whatever. I'm going to waste the timeout and try to ice him. Here we go. It's up and it's in. Okay. I mean, it's worth it to try to ice him because of how much it's worked so far this season. Like, I've gotten so many missed field goals from icing them. So now we just need to be really careful here. I'm not going to take any unnecessary risks. The game wants me to pass. I'm not passing. I'm not throwing a pick here. At the worst case scenario, we'll kick a field goal and keep overtime going, but I am not taking too big of a risk here. Seth McGowan with a huge run. That is big-time stuff. A touchdown wins the game. Calzada, handoff to McGowan, touchdown! We win! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Seth McGowan wins the game in overtime. Oh, wow. That was unreal. I gave that game up so many times with my terrible mistakes, and we still hang on and win in overtime. With Calzada, 18 for 24, 255 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 picks. On the ground, another great day for Seth McGowan, 121 yards and the game-winning touchdown run. 164 yards and 2 touchdowns for Jamori Macklin. He was unreal today. Fred Ferrier, who has barely gotten to play all year, made multiple huge plays for us today. And then our tight end, Elijah Brown, had a nice day too. Defensively, Cam Olds, 2.5 sacks. Gusta had a sack. Gadsden had a sack. Humphrey Grace had a sack. And Hardaway had half a sack. And, I mean, what a way to end the regular season with an overtime win over Louisville after I almost gave the game away multiple times. So that was an absolutely crazy game. I'm very glad we won that because I would have been so pissed if we'd had this nice season and then lost to Louisville in the last game. So we're going to simulate to the next week, see if we get any commitments. And we don't get any commitments. So I got to see what's going on with Matt Ponatoski, man. I mean, he has been waiting and waiting and waiting. We are still in the lead for him. He should commit literally going into next week. Still iffy on Rico King. We're in first place for a lot of these guys. I don't really think there's anything else I can do. It looks like Savage is going to end up going to Tennessee. So whatever, I'll just go ahead and take him off at this point. If I can get this dude to change his mind about LSU, very unlikely, I would say. And at the end of the day, man, we're going to have to replace so much from this team. It's going to be really difficult to do, but we're going to have to give it a try. Bulaga is very close to committing soon. It looks like NC State is in a pretty considerable lead, unfortunately. So we got a bye week this week. There's really not too much to look at here. We're going to simulate another week and see what bowl game we're looking at this year. And we do end up getting Matt Ponatoski, thankfully. So Army did not steal him from us. We ended up getting him. That's big. We also got Garrison Tripica, the safety. So that's nice. Oh, wow. Kareem Power ended up going to Michigan State instead of coming here. So we got conference championships this week. Recruiting is done until the offseason now. Julian Sayin at Ohio State wins the Heisman with 4,706 yards and 38 touchdowns. McKees Humphrey Grace, our edge rusher, had 19 sacks this year. He wins the Bednarik Award. He also had 32 tackles for a loss. Humphrey Grace also got the Defensive End of the Year award, and yeah, I would assume. 19 sacks is crazy. He was so good. Man, he's getting all the awards. He also gets the Bronco Nagurski Trophy. J.Q. Hardaway wins the Jim Thorpe Award for the best DB in college football. So, man, our defense, we got all kinds of award winners. Alex Afari wins the Dick Butkus Award. What in the world? We are going insane with the defensive accolades right now. Humphrey Grace wins the Lombardi. That's one way to do it. And then in the Citrus Bowl, which Kentucky is very familiar with, we will take on the Washington Huskies. Just for funsies, let's see what job offers I got. Oh my God, Michigan and Michigan State are both offering motivated Mark Stoops their job. Unfortunately, buddy, we are retiring with the Kentucky Wildcats, So here we are. We're going up against 8-4 Washington in the Citrus Bowl. We're top 15 in the country. And let's go ahead and get this game started and finish up our season. For this game, I think I'm going to go black helmet, blue jersey, black pants, black socks, black and blue cleats. I think that's the look today. Let's see. For Washington, let's give them their purple chrome helmet. And so this will be Mark Stoops' third appearance in the Citrus Bowl. It didn't used to be the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. I think it was like the Verbo Citrus Bowl or something. The VRBO Citrus Bowl, whatever. Yeah, we went there in 2018 with the Benny Snell team when we beat Penn State. And then we also went there against, I think it was against Iowa. With the Will Levis team. This will be our last game with a lot of these guys. It'll be our last game with Calzada. It'll be our last game with a lot of these O-linemen. And McGowan with a huge pickup, 30 yards on the screen. And I need to do my boy Zach Calzada some favors in this one. We need to get him a bunch of touchdowns if we can. Because it has been, I have not done him justice. I have made so many awful plays. I think he's up over 20 interceptions on the season because of me. So, yeah, we need to help him out and throw a couple touchdowns in this game if we can. And Jamori Macklin, who had a phenomenal game in the win against Louisville, comes down with it. That was a big catch. I'm going to go with a touch pass here to Kendrick Law. And this play doesn't seem to ever work. And once again, it will not work. And we're going to have to kick a field goal. And so the kick is up, and it's in for Jacob Kawe. And I simulated the kickoff, and they had an insane kick return all the way to the 38-yard line. So, yeah, that's a little unfortunate. They had a crazy kick return. And so we're in kind of a iffy spot right now. And Cameron Olds with the big TFL. This will be Olds' last game at Kentucky. A lot of these guys we will not see again on this D-line. Josiah Hayes is gone. Cameron Olds is gone. Tavion Gadsden, I think, will be gone. So we're losing a lot of guys. Alex Afari is gone. J.Q. Hardaway is gone. Like, this defense is about to see a big-time loss. And the field goal is good for Washington. And caught! Fred Ferrier! He's also playing in his final game at Kentucky! Fred Ferrier! Oh, that's awesome. Ferrari Fred gets a touchdown. I think that's his first this season. That was huge. 80 yards for Fred Ferrier. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why he stopped, but then we just got a good angle, and then he just took off, and we score. So now, oh my goodness, the tide has turned very quickly here. Desmond Williams just took off, scored a touchdown on us. And but before I could even register what was happening, I got sacked. Let's see what we can do. Troy Stelato's wide open, and he fell down. That's a touchdown if he doesn't fall down, but at this point, whatever, I'll take it. It's a first down. This will be Troy Stelato's last game, too. I think our entire starting receiving core is gone after this year. So, I mean, it's going to be a complete overhaul in the offseason. And I'm kind of scared that we're not going to be very good next year. Snap to Calzada. Stellato, I lobbed it up, and it's a pick! And he's taking it to the crib. Not catching him. My God, dude. I mean, it's just getting bad, bro. I don't know. I don't know. This has just been so rough this year. I can't believe how many interceptions I have thrown. I just can't. It genuinely doesn't make any sense to me, bro, why I continue to make the worst possible passes. Just the most obvious shit that I should not be doing. It's like, hey, there's 3 defenders right there. Maybe you should not throw that there, and I just do it anyway for some reason. I don't know why. I could not be a quarterback in real life, bro. I would make the worst decisions on planet Earth, and thankfully, Stellato came back and got that. My O-line refuses to block, man. It is bad. They absolutely refuse to block for me for more than 2 seconds. And I swear that was not that much of a problem at the beginning of this season. Like, I was not getting sacked this much. I guess it's Heisman difficulty. But my God, bro, I mean, I can't get any blocking. I can't get run blocking. I can't get pass blocking. It's just so bad, bro. Hand off to McGowan, and there's nowhere to go. The whole team is on me, bro. I mean, it's like my O-line is just like, I don't really feel like it, actually. You want me to block, but I don't really feel like it. That's what it feels like, dude. Play action. Pocket collapses immediately. I actually, literally, physically cannot do anything. Genuinely insane, bro. I got really mad and simulated the third quarter, and we're getting beat by 14. So we're in a scoring position here, and we're gonna get very close with McGowan. But of course, I can't just get over the ledge and get in the damn end zone. I just got so mad, bro. I went to the simulation screen and I just started spamming A. Get in the end zone, man. All right, so we get in. It's gonna be a 1-touchdown game. And 1st and 10. Oh my God, we cannot tackle at all. This has been a frustrating day. Between the Louisville game and this, it has just been a frustrating couple of games. And our defense is nowhere to be found as they are moving the ball so easily. And of course, when we are in desperate need of a stop, our defense just gives them whatever they want. And completely wide open. I also remember earlier in the year, we used to force so many fumbles whenever I would hit stick, and now every time I hit stick, they just bounce off of me. It's crazy. Damn, big hit there. It's 3rd and 5. I mean, even if they were to kick a field goal here, it would become a 2-possession game. So our best bet is a turnover here. Instead, they're going to get a few yards, and now they're really close. They're going to go for it. That is a very interesting decision. You could make it a 2-possession game with a field goal here, and they're going to go for it. I guess they're just so confident that my defense cannot get a stop that they're just going to go ahead and give it a try. And they're going to actually take the delay of game. I guess they're going to back up a few yards and then try to kick a field goal maybe. So I guess I'll accept it. And now they're going to try to kick the field goal. I am going to try to ice them. Maybe I shouldn't have accepted it. Maybe I should have kept them there. Because I swear they're so much more likely to miss from this angle. Or from a closer angle. But they're probably making this one. And they do. So here we go. Another kickoff that's probably going nowhere, and a decent pickup. That's probably the best kick return. Okay, hey, I think I know that Jordan Lovett's injured. You do not have to keep telling me that, dude. Well, here we go. And I overthrew him. The game is glitching, and it is telling me that Jordan Lovett is injured after every single play. So we're going to just launch that thing. F it. Kendrick Law's down there somewhere. Touchdown. Woo! Okay, K-Law. We have had so many storybook endings this year. So many crazy games that have come down to the last second. McKees Humphrey Grace gets there, and they will have to punt the ball. Here we go. We're going to have an opportunity to take the lead here. After all the frustration, we're going to have a chance to take the lead here. And Patterson with a decent enough return to get us to the 40-yard line. So we are in good field position. We're in good field position. We have just under 2 minutes to move the ball. I'm going to get it to McGowan. He's going to jump over somebody. I thought for sure that was about to be a loss. Zach Calzada has 407 yards in this game. So as much as I have screwed him over with the terrible throws and the 2 picks I've thrown in this game, he has 400 yards and 3 touchdowns still. And Seth McGowan has 154 rushing yards. So, like, I mean, our guy, we've been good on offense today. It's just defense that I've not had much success with. And McGowan, I'm going to cut in. He's going to plug forward for the first down. And we are in a very good spot right now. I'm going to keep running it. I'm not going to take too many unnecessary risks. And the blocking, he plugs through again, 6 yards. The time is running off. I am trying not to do anything too stupid. A screen here to Wilcox is the move. I hope they're not going to be all over it. They're not going. Actually, they will be. Oh, my God. I'm glad he dropped that because that was about to be a big loss. It's 3rd and 4. I think I'm going to go with slants here. And Kendrick Law's wide open in the middle of the field. 53 seconds left. We've got the ball. I'm going to try so hard not to screw up, which is really difficult for me. And down I go. I'm going to use my second timeout. Okay, I got 1 timeout left. It's 3rd and 12. Worst case scenario, we kick a field goal and take it to overtime. But I don't want to go to overtime. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to matter what I want because they are all over me. And they are really not trying to let me get this one. 33 seconds left. And he dropped it. So this is actually going to be a pretty difficult field goal. I was trying to just move us forward and get in some better field goal range. It's 4th and 17. They're going to call a timeout to try to ice me. That was about as perfect of a release as I could get, and it's right down the middle. We are, if they don't score in the next 25 seconds, we're going to overtime for the 2nd straight game. I don't want them to run the clock into, like, I want to at least have an opportunity to force a turnover. They're going to hand it off again. Oh my God, he has got some space, and down he goes. 10 seconds left. Back-to-back overtime games. And this is about to be the longest season finale ever, dude. This is going to end up being a freaking 2-hour video. Washington won the toss, so they're probably going to take defense, I would assume. And yes, of course. And so here we go. Another overtime game. Snap to Calzada. I've got Stellato wide open. And very close to the first down. 420 yards and 3 touchdowns for Zach Calzada today in his final college game. McGowan up the middle. Nice run for Seth McGowan. And we're going to get McGowan again. He's going to plug forward for a couple yards. And I'm scared to throw the ball at this point. Basically 24/7, I'm just too scared to throw because of how many interceptions I have thrown this season. McGowan is not going to get very far. We're at the 4-yard line. I'm going to run slants here and try really hard not to throw a pick. And Stellato caught it. Touchdown! Troy Stellato with the catch. He has come up so huge for us this year. He hasn't been like a high production guy. Like, we haven't gotten a ton of catches out of him, but every time Troy Stellato makes a catch, it is a huge play. He makes a big play every time. And he's got to get out of the pocket. He's going to run. And, oh, my God, he's going to get very close to the touchdown. Quaysheed Scott made the touchdown-saving tackle. It's now 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. I'm going to sell out on a run here because I assume that's what they're going to do. No, they're going to pass it. And it's caught. Touchdown. So now we will go back on defense again and try to get a stop. Over the top. He's got the first down. And we just need to hold him to a field goal here because if we do and we score a touchdown on the next one, then we win. 1st and 10. Oh, Oh my goodness. We cannot make a tackle. Ty Bryant finally brings him down. It's honestly insane how many missed tackles we have. It's probably because I try to hit stick every time, but that has given us so many fumbles this year. And some good pressure there. And he's going to bounce off the tackle before going down, and it's going to make it 3rd and 1. They're going to pass it. He drops it off. Alex Afari is there for the tackle. That makes it 4th and 6. They're going to try to kick the field goal here now. I'm going to go ahead and ice them. And he made the field goal. So, if we score a touchdown on this next possession, we win. If we score a field goal, we go into another overtime. 1st and 10. A touchdown wins the game. And McGowan following the blockers. Huge pickup. He's down at the 11. So Seth McGowan, who has had to take on a super increased role after Dante Dowdell went down, he has been unbelievable since taking over that role. He is just constantly moving forward. He has almost 200 rushing yards in this game. McGowan again to the outside. I'm going to try to hurdle him. And it's 3rd and inches. That was so risky. I could have easily fumbled here. Seth McGowan can win us the game with a touchdown. And he does! Touchdown, and we win in overtime again. We have had so many crazy endings this season. This is a hell of a way to end the year. 50-47 in double overtime against the Washington Huskies. And this year has been so crazy, man. It has been so insane. I genuinely thought we were losing that game, and we come back and win the Citrus Bowl. We finished the year 10-3. I want to see our final season stats here. Poor Zach Calzada. I threw way too many picks with him. My God. Zach Calzada had almost 3,000 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, and 24 interceptions. I'm so sorry about that, Mr. Calzada, but hey, at least you threw more touchdowns than picks, and we won 10 games. Winning 10 games with your quarterback throwing 24 picks is insane, but I will take it. As of right now, Cutter Boley's looking like he may be the starter next year, unless I can grab an upgrade in the portal. We will just have to see. Rushing-wise, our boy Dante Dowdell had 1,200 rushing yards and 11 touchdowns before getting injured. Seth McGowan went on a crazy run at the end of the season. He went from having 300-something rushing yards to 845 and 7 touchdowns, including back-to-back overtime game-winning touchdown runs. Jamarion Wilcox, 342 yards and 4 touchdowns on the season as the 3rd guy. Receiving-wise, Kendrick Law had 828 yards and 7 touchdowns. Jamori Macklin wasn't far behind with 785 yards and 9 touchdowns. Troy Stellato gets up to 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. Our tight end, Elijah Brown, 268 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dowdell had 208 yards and 3 touchdowns. Josh Caddis, 206 yards, no touchdowns. And Ferrari Fred Ferrier, 176 yards and a touchdown, including a big one in that bowl game just now and a couple big catches against Louisville. McGowan had 127 receiving yards. Wilcox with 75. Hester with 26. I barely even played J.J. Hester. Defensively, our leading tackler ended up being tied between Daverin Rayner and Alex Afari. Afari also had 12 tackles for a loss and an interception. I think he also had, he had 2 forced fumbles. The interception leaders were Ty Bryant and Quaysheed Scott. We had 1 for Rayner, 1 for Afari, 1 for Dunn, 1 for Lovett, 1 for McKees Humphrey Grace, and 1 for Cameron Olds. Let's take a look. Jacob Conway went 80% from field goal with 17 out of 21 made. The longest one we hit was 46 yards, and he only missed 1 extra point all season. Aiden LaRosse had an average of 42 yards per punt. I really don't know if that's good or not, honestly. So yeah, that is the final stat lines for the season in a year where we went 10-3. Now let's go take a look at this college football playoff bracket and see what we're looking at. It is USC and Ohio State versus Penn State and Notre Dame in the Final Four. So I would assume it'll be probably Ohio State versus Penn State in the Natty, but we'll see. All right, so let's see who won it all. Wow, Notre Dame wins the national championship over Ohio State 45-43. That was probably the most fun national championship ever, or one of them at least. All right, so let's get to the end. Let's get into the offseason now. And the last portion of this episode is going to be kind of just taking a look at our roster situation, doing some recruiting, and we will start the next season in the next episode. But let's take a look at the players leaving. Seth McGowan is transferring because of playing time. Let's see if I can persuade him. I have not persuaded Seth McGowan to return, so Seth McGowan will be leaving. McKees Humphrey Grace is transferring because of playing style. So the dude had 19 sacks last year, but he doesn't like our playing style, so he is not coming back. I think that's kind of stupid, and we were not able to persuade him to come back either. The rest of these guys are kind of just bench pieces, but we still don't want to really lose anyone, so I'm just going to try to persuade them all to come back. We got Grant Godfrey to come back, which is good because we pretty much have no linebackers. Brennan Ward wants to leave. He's one of our depth quarterbacks. We'll see if we can get Abaselm back. He has not been persuaded. Nasir Addison decides to stay. And then Dylan Williams has also decided to stay. I don't know who J.J. Levin is. I don't even think that's a real player, so I'm just going to let him go. So let's see. It's got Josh Braun projected to go in the 3rd round of the NFL draft, and then none of the rest of our players are projected to get drafted. But, man, look who we're losing. We're losing Alex Afari. We're losing our starting quarterback with Calzada. We're losing Jagger Burton. We're losing Fred Ferrier, David Gusta, J.Q. Hardaway, Josiah Hayes, Josh Caddis, Kendrick Law, Jamori Macklin, Cameron Olds, Davrin Rayner, Shiaj Pete, Khalil Saunders. Like, dude, we're losing so much. Alex Walschlager, Troy Stellato. We're literally losing so much, dude. It's actually insane. So now it's time to see what we can do in the transfer portal, if anything, because we have so much to replace. And to be honest with you, I kind of just do not care about a lot of these freshmen that we're still waiting on. Like, a lot of these guys who have us in 2nd place, I'm honestly going to just take off the board because we need as many roster spots, or we need as many target spots as possible. The guys that are pretty much guaranteed to commit here, I'll keep on here. I definitely want to keep Rico King on here because he is the 4-star running back. So we're going to go ahead and schedule a visit for him, and we'll get his pro potential pitch in. We'll go to his action, and we're going to max him out with 50 points. We got a couple of these receivers who have us number 1, but I don't know how much I really care about them. I guess I'll just put 5 points into each one and just see, if they decide to commit. Now we have a ton of room for the transfer portal. LSU's middle linebacker Whit Weeks. There is a Notre Dame quarterback named Kenny Minchie, who's a 4-star who has some interest in us. Easton Messer, the Florida Atlantic transfer, I'm pretty sure he's from the state of Kentucky. Caden Veltkamp from Florida Atlantic as well. He's also from Kentucky. Jason Ball is a top 52 transfer recruit. He has us first, and he's from Ohio State. We'll add him on there. Fluff Bothwell also wants to come here. And Deshaun Bishop from Tennessee also has us number 1 on his list. There's a lot of running backs who really want to come here, but I already have so many. Oh my God, Ahmad Hardy? Yeah, I got to put Ahmad Hardy on there. He's like a 90-something overall. A lot of these guys, pretty much anybody who's super interested in us, I'm going to add to the board. A lot of DBs. We just have so much to replace, and I really need some O-linemen, to be honest with you, because we're pretty much losing our entire starting group of O-linemen. So I'm going to check out these. Oh, my God. There's only one halfway. There's only two. There's 2 3-star O-linemen who have some interest in coming here. The rest are 2-stars. So hopefully we can get these guys. But, man, we need O-linemen really badly. I just don't know what to really do here. There's a 4-star center from Notre Dame who has us in his top 10. And there's a 4-star guard, Kalen Ellis. I'm going to check our prospect board one more time. Like, do I really need these 2 receivers? I'm going to go ahead and put some... I guess I shouldn't waste points on them. I honestly don't... I'm not too worried about the receiver stuff. These guys are ranked pretty similarly. This one's 6'4", 191, and this one's 5'11", 181. I think I'm just going to take Clint Cogbila off here. I don't know, man. I mean, he has Ole Miss. I really don't know. I mean, they both will commit here. All these guys are going to commit here, so I don't really know what I should do. I think I'm just going to get rid of one of these receivers. We'll get rid of Clint Kugbila, and we'll bring in Jamal Tracy because he's a Kentucky native. All right, so that means we've got one more spot open for the transfer portal. Let's see who we have the best chance with and see if any of them are any good. 4-star free safety who has us #1. Kind of hard to ignore that, so I'm going to go ahead and take him. Okay, I definitely do not need all of these running backs. So I think what I'm going to do is take Jason Ball off, and we've got Fluff Bothwell, Deshaun Bishop, and Ahmad Hardy. I think I'm going to... I don't know what to do. Bothwell has us 5th, and he's going to be really hard to get, so I'm going to take him off too. And then we have 2 quarterbacks, Caden Veltkamp and Kenny Minchie. Both of them are looking at Tennessee, and they're both wanted by a lot of high-level teams. I think I'm going to take Minchie off, and then we're gonna add these last 3 spots. I'm really just trying to make sure that I maximize all the guys I could get. Anelu Lafayette has us first. He's an edge rusher. We definitely need another edge. And then we need some defensive tackles really bad, but let me see about some of these guys. This 4-star defensive tackle, Justin Scott, has us first. This 4-star edge, Cameron James from Florida, also has us first, so he's definitely going on the list. I don't think the rest of these guys I'm too worried about at the moment. All right, so we're going to have to just go crazy with this. I'm not worrying too much. I'll put 5 points in a guy like Lyle Whitaker. We needed this middle linebacker pretty badly. We lost literally our whole receiving core pretty much, so Easton Messer's getting 50 points. Caden Veltkamp, I mean, we really need a starting caliber quarterback. Caden Veltkamp's from Bowling Green. He's 6'6", 236. We're going to throw him 50 points as well. Deshaun Bishop, we'll send him a scholarship. I'm probably just going to send about 15 points his way. Ahmad Hardy is getting every single ounce of my recruiting power. Antoine Peak. All right, we'll check our draft results real quick. Josh Braun got drafted in the 3rd round, so okay. All right, so we get some commitments from Lyle Whitaker is the one commitment we got. It says we have some deal breakers with some of these guys. I really don't understand the deal breaker stuff very much because it says we have deal breakers. Oh, wait, no. Okay, no, we don't have any. All right, so after week 1 of our transfer portal stuff, we have a lot more recruiting hours now. So I think I'm going to give Deshaun Bishop an extra 25. Ahmad Hardy still has us first place with a pretty good margin, honestly. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring him in for a visit. This defensive tackle, Jamarius Brown, I really want him, but we don't know any of his stuff yet. And like I said, the O-line is very, very, very important. Cameron James, the Florida transfer, it would be really nice to get him, so I'm going to bring him in for a visit. And then these 4-star, here we go, conference prestige for him. This safety, Antoine Peak, we'll bring him in as well for a visit. I think that's all the visits we can take, so let me maximize the rest of my points here. So unfortunately, the 4-star running back that we've been going after in the high school ranks, Rico King, has decided to commit to Arkansas. So we don't end up getting him, but I mean, there really wasn't much room for him here. He was kind of just on there because I wanted a 4-star. So now we can take him off and go back to the portal and see if there's anybody left that has us in first place on their list, and there is. Let me see if I could find a 4-star that has us first that we haven't added yet. Wow, this 4-star corner, Eli Bowen, he has us #1. He's ranked 24th in the whole country. He's from Oklahoma. I don't know how I missed him before, but he's definitely getting added to the board. Let's see. We fell a little bit for this 4-star linebacker, Sammy Brown. So let's try to rectify that real quick. We'll bring him in for a visit on coach stability, and then I'll take away this and just throw 50 points at him. Ahmad Hardy he's literally the 6th ranked transfer in the entire class, and he has us very far in first place. Deshaun Bishop, not so much, and we're already bringing Dante Dowdell back, so I'm just going to take Bishop off the list, and we're going to go add one more player. TJ Bush Jr. is a top 40 transfer, and he's an edge who has us at second place. He's a California transfer, so he is getting added to the board. We're in pretty good position for a lot of these guys. This dude right here, Kelly Jones, we need to schedule him for a visit because we're going to have to get him over the edge. Judge Collier is definitely coming here. Jaden Mays, we need to schedule him for a visit, but we can't because they're visiting someone else. He's visiting someone else. So Jaden Mays looks like he's going to commit to Ohio State, and there's really nothing else I can do about his recruitment. So what I'm honestly thinking about doing is just taking him off. So I'm going to go ahead and take Jaden Mays off. We're in a really good spot for a lot of these other guys. So once again, let's go take a look at these guys who are interested in coming here. We could get the other edge rusher. We already have one of the Florida edge rushers that we're going after. I'm going to go after this other one, LJ McCray. Let's get Jamarius Brown in here, but I don't know, man. We still got a little bit of time. This dude, Jaden Ball, is looking like he's about to go to Cincinnati. This guy, Justin Scott, man, we need to bring him in for a visit. We're going to bring him in on a playing time pitch. We've had to add these other guys down here, so let's go ahead and throw the bag at them. We only have 65 hours, so that means I can offer 25. We're going to go 15 here for this edge, TJ Bush, and then 25 here for LJ McCray, the other Florida transfer. And he's an LSU lean right now, and oh my goodness, TJ Bush is definitely going to LSU. So honestly, we'll just go ahead and take him off. We'll free up 15 points, and I'll throw it at LJ McCray. Eli Bowen, you can get 5 more points. And we get one of the 4-star safeties, Antoine Peak, and he is the only one to commit this week. We fall out on a couple of the other guys. We have 215 hours now. Jaden Ball commits elsewhere, and then Jamarius Brown cut us from his list. Is there another defensive tackle? So this defensive tackle we're going after, Justin Scott, we were pretty much doing everything we can to get him. It's just going to come between us and Michigan. I think we're going to edge them out to get him, but we'll just have to see. This Eli Bowen guy, he's looking at Texas. So let's go ahead and throw everything we've got at Eli Bowen. And we're in a really good position for most of the other guys. Sammy Brown is still leaning Pittsburgh. And there's not really much else I could do for him. Kelly Jones, all we can do is max him out a little bit more. It is neck and neck with us and Ole Miss, and I'm sending 65 points this way, so let's just hope he chooses us. We have fallen in Caden Veltkamp's recruitment. So our only quarterback prospect, Caden Veltkamp, is about to go to Louisville instead of coming to Kentucky. So emergency meeting here. We are going to have to go find a quarterback in the portal and just hope and pray that there's any of them that have any sort of interest in us. This 3-star Ethan Houck from Liberty has us 5th. He's the only other available quarterback that is even available to recruit. So we're going to go down to this guy. Let's see. It looks like South Carolina is his leader. We're just going to throw 50 at him and hope we can take the lead, but that is bad. That is really bad. The only guy I was looking at quarterback looks like he's going to go somewhere else. We might have to start Matt Ponatoski year 1 as a true freshman at this rate. Caden Veltkamp. We never got him. Oh, okay. And I can't bring him in for a visit because he's visiting Louisville. He is visiting Louisville. He is going to go to Louisville, and there's nothing I can do about it. So Caden Veltkamp is going to be off the board. I literally can't even bring him on a visit because he's going to Louisville already. That is just very, very unfortunate. All right, so Easton Messer, the 4-star receiver, commits here. We also get Judge Collier, the South Carolina transfer, 4-star corner. 3-star right tackle Cole Rhett. 4-star right guard Kalen Ellis. 3-star edge Anelu Lafaeli. 4-star edge, the Florida transfer Cameron James. 3-star Jamal Tracy. Enrique Timms is the 6'5 receiver we were recruiting for a while there. LJ McCray, the other Florida edge rusher, commits as well. We did end up getting Ethan Houck, the Liberty quarterback. DJ Walker, the 4-star free safety. Justin Scott, the 4-star defensive tackle. 4-star middle linebacker Whit Weeks. And we do end up getting Ahmad Hardy. So we will have a running back duo of Ahmad Hardy and Dante Dowdell next season. Ashton Craig, 4-star center. Wow. All right, so that was honestly a really good haul. We end up missing on some of these other guys. I hate when it does that. Please just let me look at it. All right, so we ended up getting a really good haul. We ended up missing on a few of the guys we really wanted. The Caden Velkamp to Louisville, that hurts really bad because that guy was about to be our starting quarterback. So we're going to take a look here on National Signing Day where we fall in the top-rated classes list. We end up with the 19th ranked class in the country. 16 4-stars and 13 3-stars. 16 4-stars in a class is ridiculous. So a top 20 class for us. Ahmad Hardy is the top 10. He was ranked as the 6th transfer in the whole country, coming from Missouri. And this is just a hell of a... We ended up upgrading in a lot of ways. So Whit Weeks, the middle linebacker we got, was the LSU transfer. Easton Messer came from Florida Atlantic. Antoine Peak came from Cincinnati. Ethan Hawk came from Liberty. Ahmad Hardy came from Missouri. We get Kalen Ellis from San Diego State. We get Judge Collier from South Carolina. And let's just see where all the top guys went. Oh, wow. McKees Humphrey Grace ended up transferring to Bowling Green. What? So McKees Humphrey Grace had 19 sacks here. 19 sacks at Kentucky last year. And bro transferred to Bowling Green. Have fun over there, buddy. We upgraded. We upgraded, pal. My God. So looking at the top prospects list here in the transfer portal, the number 1 player was Texas edge Colin Simmons, and he ended up going to Duke. DJ Lagway transfers to Ohio State. Jordan Seaton, the Colorado O-lineman, goes to Penn State. Louisville running back Isaac Brown has transferred to Miami. Coy Perrick from Minnesota did not end up signing anywhere, so he's about to just disappear out of the game. That's a glitch that they have. We end up getting Ahmad Hardy, the 6th-ranked player in the class. Bray Hubbard from Alabama ends up going to Utah. Any other interesting names on here? Iowa State quarterback Rocco Becht also goes to Ohio State. So Ohio State gets DJ Lagway and Rocco Becht at quarterback. Avery Johnson from Kansas State goes to Miami. Bang. How the hell does Gavin Wimsatt still have... He ended up not signing anywhere, so he's not going to be in the game anymore. But somehow Gavin Wimsatt was still in the game. I don't know how that's even possible. I want to see where Seth McGowan ended up, because Seth McGowan did hit the portal. Seth McGowan ended up not signing anywhere, so he will also not be in the game next year. I hate that it does that. Deshaun Bishop ended up going to Texas A&M. He was interested in us for a little bit. But anyway, I don't think we lost anyone else interesting to the portal, so it doesn't really matter. I think we signed... I mean, this is probably the best overall class we've ever had at Kentucky. 16 4-stars incoming. I think I did a hell of a job recruiting this year. We finally get a level up. I think that's our first level up of the year. And Ty Bryant upgrades his development trait to being a star, so maybe Bryant will be really good next year. We also get Easton Messer, who was our transfer receiver. He upgraded to Impact, whatever that means. Let's look at the training results and see how everyone is looking. Ahmad Hardy is up to a 95 overall. Our middle linebacker, Whit Weeks, is a 92 overall. Dante Dowdell is a 91 overall. Justin Scott is a 91 overall. Easton Messer will be our number 1 receiver at an 87 overall. Judge Collier is an 86. Cameron James is an 85. Jamarion Wilcox is still the 3rd-string running back. We get Antoine Peak. He is the transfer safety. He's an 85 overall. So, honestly, we're looking pretty damn good. Grant Godfrey had a big glow-up, going up to an 83 overall. Quaysheed Scott is still here, to Ryan Nichols as well. All right, so now we can encourage transfers, so essentially cutting players, but we're not over the roster size limit, so there's no need to really do that. So we are now in the preseason part of next year, so what we're going to do first is we're going to go change Matt Ponatoski's name to Matt Ponatoski. There he is, Alejandro Madden, and honestly, bro, he is in the exact same stratosphere as our other quarterbacks. Ethan Hawk, Cutter Boley, and Alejandro Madden are all pretty much ranked the exact same in terms of overall. And he's number 9 in high school, and thankfully we do have that available. So Matt Ponatoski, Oh, we're not going to edit his ratings, definitely. I think this has him a little bit too tall. In real life, he's like 6'2". All right, so we have Matt Ponatoski edited and created to be himself. And the fact that he is right up there with our other quarterbacks is pretty awesome. It means he's going to be able to compete for a spot almost immediately. This running back room is downright insane. Ahmad Hardy, Dante Dowdell, and Jamarian Wilcox, we are going to be running the ball all over the place next year. They gave Ahmad Hardy number 29. That is so ugly, but I can't edit real players, so... Our receiver room is a little bit questionable. Easton Messer's by far our best player in that room. David Washington will be our number 2 guy. And then Ashton Cozart has 96 speed. I don't think he's that fast in real life, but that might be pretty fun to use. And then Hardley Gilmore is there too. I don't know who Lawrence Zimmerman is. That's not a real player. I guess it's just a creative player they added. And then our freshman receivers down here, none of them are fast at all, but they're all huge. Like Enrique Timms is 6'5", Jamal Tracy is 6'4", and Devontae Tanking is 6'4". So I'm assuming one of these guys will be able to become an outside threat for us. Elijah Brown and Willie Rodriguez, we've got a good 1 and 2 group at tight end. Our O-line is going to be pretty bad. Rob Fogler will be the starting left tackle. Noah Harding will be the starting left guard. The transfer we got, Ashton Gregg at center, will be pretty good. And then we also got a transfer right guard in Kalen Ellis. And then at right tackle, the starter will be Malachi Wood. On the defensive side of things, Cameron James, the Florida transfer, will be our starting left edge. Our starting right edge will be the other Florida transfer, LJ McCray. At defensive tackle, we picked up the big 92 overall defensive tackle, Justin Scott. Him and Tavion Gadsden will be the number 1 and number 2 guys in there. At Sam, we will have Sam Green and Lorenzo Cowan, the 2 USC transfers. Whit Weeks, the LSU transfer, will be our starting middle linebacker. Grant Godfrey is our starting will. We were able to convince him to come back. He was going to transfer, and we brought him back. Antoine Smith has 91 speed as our backup will linebacker. Our corner room is pretty dang good. We've got Judge Collier coming in to replace J.Q. Hardaway. He's the South Carolina transfer. And then Tarian Nichols and Quaysheed Scott. I mean, we saw how good Quaysheed was last year, and then Tarian Nichols is developing as well. And then we also brought in this 4-star corner, Brian Abram, who's actually going to be able to play a little bit as a freshman. He's a 77 overall. I think he might be the highest rated freshman we brought in. At free safety, we've got the transfer DJ Walker that we brought in. Him and Cam Dooley are the 2 guys in that room. And then the other transfer, Antoine Peak, we brought in, and he will end up starting over Ty Bryant, so that'll be interesting. We still have Jacob Callaway at kicker, and we have a new punter, Sean Blank. That's not a real guy. So honestly, our roster is probably better. I think we have a better overall roster. The quarterback position is going to be the big question mark for this team because, I mean, Zach Calzada wasn't great, but he was still a higher overall than all of these guys. So it'll be interesting because Ethan Hawk is our starter right now, and he transferred in from, I think, Liberty, and he didn't even play there last year. He's never recorded a stat. So none of these guys have really done anything. In fact, Cutter Boley is our most experienced guy on the roster. So for realism purposes, I will probably start Cutter Boley this year. And then if he just stinks it up, then I'll go to one of the other guys. But I definitely want to get Matt Ponatoski some PT. So honestly, Ethan Hawk might just be our third string. Even if he's slightly better than the other guys, he's faster and he has more abilities down in the bottom right. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna. We have an impact dev trait for these guys, and Ponatoski has a star dev trait, so he's gonna develop faster than the other 2. So he could end up being the starter next season. We'll just have to see. I'll set up the recruiting board at the start of the next episode, and we'll look at the custom schedules and everything, but that's going to be the end of Season 1 of this Kentucky Rebuild Dynasty. We go 10-3 in Week 1. We win the Citrus Bowl, and yeah, I mean, it was really interesting. I had a ton of fun. This episode's about to be long as hell. Like, I don't even know. I mean, I've recorded for 2.5 hours, so it'll probably take me 3 days to edit this video, and then I don't know. Hopefully it'll be under an hour and a half long because over an hour and a half is crazy. If it's over an hour and a half, I'll just have to split it into 2 videos and just have to take that L. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you liked. Leave a comment if you want. And I will see you guys for Season 2, which I will start very soon after this. I won't wait very long. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time.